Hey guys, welcome back to Linda's Prepper Kitchen. I hope all y'all have had a wonderful day. Today I want to talk to you and I want to tell you what's been going on with me and with my pantry. So I'm sure that none of y'all know, but I had an invasion in my pantry. But before I get into my invasion of my pantry, I'm going to give a little bit of details before that took place. So I've been eating off my pantry now for probably about 2 years. And about 6 months ago, I decided that I was going to donate a lot of my pantry. And the reason being, I had made a video talking about the 10 common mistakes that preppers make, me included. Not everyone, but some. And one of those mistakes was I prepped a lot of food that I don't normally eat. I was prepping it because, oh, I might need that, or oh, this, or oh, that, or I don't really like it, but you never know, it might come in handy. It's cheap. So I would buy all this stuff knowing that I don't like it and just thinking, oh, but I might need it at some time in the future. Well, years would go by. I've been prepping now for years, and the food's just sitting there on the shelf getting older and older and older, way past the dates that are on them. And of course, some food lasts way past the dates. That's all fine and good. But it was just sitting there getting older, like I said. So I thought, well, you know, I'm going to free up some space and I'm going to donate the food while it's still good so that it can get some good use. So I did. I donated some food to my church. And it was given out, and so it was not wasted. People got it and they ate it, and that's what the intention was for, is to be eaten. So when I say prep what you eat, that's just it. Prep what you eat, or it's going to be sitting there. So anyway, I donated quite a bit of food to my church. And then about 6 months later, I have a lamp beside my chair that I sit in the Bible room. And I tend to leave it on all the time. I never turn it off. It's got one of those light bulbs I put in there that it charges. So if my power ever goes out, it'll stay on. So I just don't turn it off. Anyway, I woke up one morning and I come in to my Bible room, and there's a whole bunch of butterflies just kind of like swarming around my light. And I thought, oh my goodness, what are them butterflies? The porch light was left on. You know how the butterflies, moths, bugs swarm around the light outside. And so I thought that that's what it was, that they came in the cracks of my door, which is probably how they came in, because my door does have cracks at the bottom and at the top. So I didn't give it much thought. I'm swatting at them and trying to kill what I could kill, and the majority of them just out of sight, out of mind. I was seeing more like stuff on there being on my ceiling and whatnot, and I would swat them down, but I was starting to see these little brown things like in the creases of my ceilings in certain places, and I would just get the broom down and I would swish it off. I didn't want it up there, look dirty. Not thinking that those were from those moths, and not realizing that those were not just regular old outside moths. Those were pantry moths, y'all. I got invaded by pantry moths. Yes. So here I'm giving away half my pantry, which I didn't eat anyway. And then I get invaded and attacked by these moths. And let me tell you, for a while, I didn't even know what they were. I even mentioned to my maintenance man, because I do rent the house I live in. I said, look up there, see those, because they were doing work on my floor. I said, you see those bugs up there in Yocker? And he said, nope. He said, you're responsible for pest control. I said, okay. So, a little bit of time passed. I'm cooking, and I noticed they're flying out of my little cabinets that I have here in my kitchen, where I keep my spices, or like a jar of peanut butter and stuff like that. I reach in, open my spice, I'm cooking, and I notice, parts of the spices kind of like dangling inside, like it's hanging off of something, when it should be just like sprinkling out, not like dangling around it. Anyway, as closer look, I realized that, oh my gosh, there's like webbing is what it looks like, all in there. And so I start inspecting stuff in the kitchen, and sure enough, those moths got into everything. All my, you buy those bottles of spices from Sam's, the big ones. And sometimes after you use them, you push down on it, quickly cook and push down and go put it up. Not paying attention that it was closed, well, me anyway, that it wasn't completely closed. So I had a lot of those that weren't completely closed. I had tons of spices and that I had to throw away. I mean, I'm talking tons. I'm a spice fanatic. I don't know how they all got into all of them. There was enough in there that I threw them all out. I'm not taking, they all got tossed. Everything I had in those cabinets, they had gotten into those plastic, clear, see-through containers. You can buy the sets for like $25, $30. It's got this supposed to be an airtight lid. I tell you, they're not airtight. They might suck the air out for that particular moment, but it slowly seeps back in. And the moths got in there too. They got into my flour, my sugar, everything that I kept in this kitchen, except for if it was a canned good or in a canning jar. It invaded it. And so it didn't dawn on me to go check my pantry in the back of the house. So a couple of weeks later is when I find out that they were in everything back there. And I mean everything. If it was not a canned good or in a jar, like I said, or in that really thick plasticky, really thick packaging. If it was thin plastic, they ate their way through it. But they love cardboard. They love rice. They love beans. They invaded everything. Needless to say, I had to throw away all my grits. You go to Sam's Club and you buy the big boxes of grits, and you buy the big boxes of oatmeal. You buy hamburger helpers and boxes of rice-a-roni and mac and cheese and all kinds of stuff, and boxes of crackers, and you go and you put them up in a shelf on your prepper pantry, and you stack them up, and then you're prepping. I'm gonna tell you, please don't do that. Please do not do that. If that stuff is not in airtight containers, you might be like me, and you might lose your pantry. That is a lot of money. You preppers know how especially the last 5 years, 4 years, whatever it's been, of how inflation has just overtook this country. Then prices skyrocketed. So it was, and I started in 2020 when prices shot up, and that's when a lot of us started. So it was not a cheap loss. By no means a cheap loss. Luckily, I had my long-term storage was not even, I keep it in a separate place. So I still have preps long-term. But 90% of my rotating, regular, short-term, when I say short-term, I'm talking year, 2 years type stuff. 3 years maybe, 5 years and under, I'm gonna say, type stuff is gone. I did get my canned meats, my pressure can stuff, that was all good. But everything else in the trash and had to go. Also, I had some stuff, when I dehydrate, I had some stuff that I supposedly, this is how too I know that those clear ones are not airtight. I stored some dehydrated goods, like my some mixed vegetables. If y'all remember back when I was prepping, that was my thing, is the mixed vegetables, because you can use them in so much stuff. I dehydrated the heck out of those, and everything else too. But I had some cabbage in one, and I had some mixed vegetables. I forget what all that I had in containers that were not airtight. I also had some that were in canning jars that I poured into can. I airtightened them up, and those were all good. But all that other stuff was starting to show mildew and the bugs being in it, and so a lot of that got thrown away. It was just crazy, the amount of stuff that I had lost due to those moths. Please, 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 y'all, we've got to start, I got to do better. And if you two are like me and you're just throwing up, putting your boxes of mac and cheese on the shelf and your crackers and your oatmeal and all that stuff and your hamburger helper, whatever, if you're putting them and stacking them up on the, and that's what I was doing. And I see a lot of prepper videos that show their pantries, and that's what they have. It's massive stacks of it. And you know what? If you get a moth in your house, and trust and believe, it's not hard to get them, it's gonna be gone. So I'm letting you know now. So please, if you have that going on, maybe you could address that. So with all that being gone, and I've been eating off of it 2 years, I made that big donation. I still have a pantry back there. I mean, I still got a pantry, but it's because I have been adding back into it, and I still had stuff that was preserved, that was taken care of properly. But that has put me in maintenance mode on some stuff, and then back into prepping modes on others. So that's a little bit about what's been going on with me and where I'm at in the prepping game. I'm in, like I said, maintenance and prepping. I'm rotating through my stuff. So as I use them, a case of something, I replace it, or I only stock certain amounts, because I'm not talking about long-term storage. Long-term storage is different. Oh, beans. I had beans in there that were in dog food. Oh my gosh, yeah. But I'm not talking about my long-term storage stuff. I'm talking about my 5-year pantry. 2 to 5. But that's the bulk of what you eat off of. That's your variety of stuff. So I do have a pantry, and I am back in prepping mode. I don't have to go as quite hardcore as I used to go, because I still have the meats, I'm going to say, because that was all pressure canned and in cans. I have vegetables because they were in cans. I have a certain amount of cases that I keep, and when I use a case, I replace a case. Anyway, I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of information about what happened to me, and hope that maybe it might help y'all. How I got rid of it, the bugs, the moths, I'm going to say, not bugs, the moths, is by throwing out everything that could even possibly be remotely contaminated. If I had any doubts, it was in the trash. And I bought these, they're like, they're moth traps. And they fold up into a triangle, and on the inside of them, it's all sticky, kind of like a fly catcher thing. It's all sticky inside. And I set those in the pantries, and where I thought the bugs might be, I stuck them in there. Sorry about my dog. Hold on, I'm gonna pause you for a second. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, so I bought these sticky little moth traps. I got them off of Amazon, and I set those out into my pantry area, back in the pantry, as well as in the kitchen area. I also hung the fly traps that if you pull down, it's got the sticky or whatever. I hung one over by my pantry. I hung them, and let me trust and believe that they caught those moths. And I bought some of the Walmart brand ant and roach killer, just a can of the spray. And anytime I'd see a moth on my ceiling or see one flying, I sprayed it and killed it. And that's what got rid of them. So I don't want to tell you what to do. I'm just saying, for me, I wouldn't. You can get rid of them that way. You don't have to go hire an exterminator, unless it's just you're just like really overrun with them. I mean, I was pretty bad, and we got rid of them. So, but yeah, that's how I got rid of them. So that's what's been going on, and that's what's happened to my pantry, unfortunately. So like I said, I have some more prepping to do, as well as maintaining my what I do have. So thought I'd let you know and give you those tips and tricks, and that's it. So I guess I'm going to close this video out. Try to get it uploaded to you tonight. I haven't uploaded today. So I do have another video that will be out tomorrow. I'm just going to have to upload it to you. It's already ready to go. I just got to hit public, and y'all will have that one. So be on the lookout for that one, if y'all don't mind. I'm also on TikTok at Linda's Prepper Kitchen. If you could go on over there and follow me and maybe leave a comment and support me that way too. And if you're new here on YouTube, if you like what you've been seeing or what you see and it's been valuable to you, please hit that subscribe button and go ahead and hit that notification bell so that when I make an upload, you can get notified and you can watch the videos. And leave a comment. Let me know you just subscribed. Let me know your thoughts on the moths, or give me some tips and tricks. Y'all keep on keeping on out there, and I'll see you next time right here back at Linda's Prepper Kitchen. Bye, y'all.